Welcome. It's the Matic. It's the illest blurred in the land. Welcome back to Ill Blur. Welcome out to this community. This is the blur from the middle of the map, and today I'm back with a new video. And honestly, I knew it was eventually coming to an end when it came to this. We all know that Sony decided to compete with Marvel Studios when it came to the success of pretty much superheroes, but with them anti-heroes in villain movies. And it seems like their final movie is coming out this month. Literally, I was like, what? Say it ain't so, Sony. Say it ain't so. And you know what? I'm kind of glad that this is officially happening right now, because to me, Sony just wasn't really doing a good job when it came to putting out movies when it came down to it. So let's get into today's new video. Today's new video is Sony's villains and anti-Spiderverse is officially over, and the upcoming Spider-Man projects. So, due to the lackluster success with the first movie, which is surprisingly Venom, all the way up to now Kraven the Hunter, it seems like Sony has seen a pattern of these movies not as being successful. Now, don't get me wrong. Venom is a popular Spider-Man villain. So that's probably why his movies were a bit more successful when it came down to it, because he is, in fact, a popular Spider-Man villain. People went to go see the movie. Hey, look, I confess, I went to go see Venom 1. But I didn't expect it to be that bad. I was like, what is this garbage? Because I just was outdone. I was like, no way. Don't get me wrong, Tom Hardy did a great job playing the role, but the direction going forward just didn't work out. Even the third movie struggled to stay in the box office. Then we end up getting Morbius, right? Didn't do well. That was a big flop. Oh, and I can't forget. Oh my God. That trash Madam Web movie. I was outdone. The trailer was misleading. The movie was Tom and Jerry mixed with Home Alone in it. Like, you pretty much recycled some storylines and threw it into a movie that was horrible. Unbelievable. And now their final movie, which is doing very bad when it comes to box office sales projection wise, is Kraven the Hunter. Kraven the Hunter is the reason why this universe is saying goodbye. And honestly, I'm kind of glad this is happening. Me being a fan of Spider-Man, being a fan of Marvel, I just wasn't invested in going to see a Kraven Hunter movie. Don't get me wrong, the trailer looked somewhat legit. Not gonna lie to you guys, but I'm like, my heart's not in it. Spider-Man ain't gonna be in none of these movies, like he usually not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna see him in Kraven the Hunter, so what's the point, Sony? Make it make sense, Sony. Make it make sense. Sony took the L. They realized it. I think the reason why Sony had to stop, because they didn't want to be in the same predicament as Disney. They realized Disney's in $1 billion debt. Also, Warner Brothers is in $1 billion debt. So they probably looked at the projections like, you know what? We're going to make that our last movie because we can't afford to fail anymore. Also, you have to remember they have this partnership with Marvel. How does Marvel feel about it? Because Marvel hasn't spoken about this. I actually think the problem with Sony, and I'm going to say this right now, if they would have listened to Kevin Feige, because I do have a video for that, I'm going to leave that in the pinned comment. If Sony would have listened to Kevin Feige about the direction they should have went with these movies, even though they're anti-hero and villain movies, this could have been a much better success. And also including Spider-Man. I mean, come on. How do you have these villain movies and there's no freaking Spider-Man? Venom, no Spider-Man. Tom Hardy mentioned It would be great if we had Spider-Man and Venom 3. All right. Same thing with the other movies. There's no Spider-Man. It's not, how do you have a movie without the main person going against their main arch nemesis? It doesn't make sense. I mean, come on. But yeah, Marvel hasn't said much. I think Marvel's disappointed. You know what I'm saying? Because they got their Marvel Association. That's the collaborative effort that they have together. I'm pretty sure Marvel's pissed. They're probably like, you know what? We gotta tell them to quit with these movies. But I am a little worried. And I'm gonna talk to you guys about why I'm a little worried. The first thing I want to talk about with this being worried is Miles Morales. Remember, they talked about they want to do a Miles Morales live adaptation movie. And, you know, Spider-Man wise. But the thing is, with the lackluster success of these other movies, I got this funny feeling that Sony and Marvel are going to be feuding again. They're going to be feuding again. Over who? Miles Morales. Because with them not having these great box office success with their other movies, Marvel like, yo, bro, run us Miles Morales. We know you completely own him, but let's do a joint venture where we share the character just like we did Peter Parker's Spider-Man and also the villain Kingpin. That's where I see this going. Marvel's going to be like, oh, I'm going to be petty. Y'all wouldn't let me use y'all villains for Spider-Man movies that we wanted to do for? Guess what? We want Miles Morales. We don't care. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens to Miles Morales, because we all know that it's at the early development at Sony, and that could go through some changes now due to the lackluster success of these other movies before then. I mean, Sony, I gotta give it to Sony. Sony does make a good Spider-Man movie. There's no denying it. Tobey's trilogy, loved it. All right, loved it. Animated Spider-Man movies, that's their lane. That's their bag. If you get what I mean. And I think that's what was the problem. It's like, you're doing something that's not in your lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane as something you're really good at. So let's get to the second part of my video. And this is the part of my video that people are gonna be like, wow, you really dug into this. Upcoming Spider-Man projects. So we know that the villain and anti-hero thing is over, but Sony does have some remaining projects that are coming out. This one right here, they've been talking about for quite a while. It is no other than the Amazon series that's going to come out, Spider-Noir. We're in this like gothic, neo-gothic, like 1930s Spider-Man. Excuse me. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know much about it. I know it's an Amazon show. I know Nicolas Cage will be playing the character, which I'm kind of like interested to see how that's going to turn out. I don't know much about Spider-Noir. He was introduced in Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse, the very first Miles Morales animated movie. And I would like to learn more about the character. Like I said, I don't know much about the character. And I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this show will, give my interest. I'm like, ooh, I'm invested in this. The next one is highly anticipated. It is stated that it was originally supposed to came out this year, 2024, Spider-Man Beyond the Spiderverse. Highly anticipated Spider-Man movie. And I'm looking forward to it. I've really been enjoying the animated Spider-Man movies. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. These ones with Miles Morales have been really solid. The first one was solid. I could watch over and over again. The second one I really enjoyed. Yeah, so it's supposed to come out, rumor, all right, 2025 or 2027. I just hope it's not the 2027. Because after y'all gave us that cliffhanger, I'm like, bruh. Why did y'all do this to us? As a fan, man, I was just outdone. I was like, man, y'all hit us with a cliffhanger, boy. That cliffhanger was a good one, by the way. So only time will tell when that comes out. And the last one is no other than the fourth Spider-Man movie. They already talked about, due to the success of Spider-Man 3 and Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man No Way Home, reaching $1 billion in the box office for both these movies. I already knew that Sony and Marvel have been plotting to do more Spider-Man movies. I mean, they've talked about this for quite a while. They wanted to do a fourth, a fifth, and a sixth Spider-Man movie. And I'm okay with that. And Tom Holland will be reprising the role as Peter Parker. And you know what? Man, these projects are sounding pretty good, man. I'm the one I'm looking forward to the most is probably Spider-Man 4. And I gotta admit, the Miles Morales third movie. What can I say? What more can I say? You know, it's interesting. Sony's going through, I guess, a reconstruction era at their studio where they're focused more on Spider-Man projects and no longer anti-heroes and villains. Good. Because that wasn't really working out for you guys. I was like, why do you keep doing this to yourselves? Like, isn't this y'all letting yourselves down? All expecting greatness and y'all giving mediocre, you know? But it is a blur. Little Workouts, you tell me in the comments. Are you happy that the Spiderverse for villains and anti-heroes is officially over? And my next question for you guys is, what upcoming Spider-Man project are you the most excited about? It is a blur. Living Workouts, thank you so much for commenting, liking, subscribing, also sharing the video, and also hit that bell to stay notified when I drop the latest content, guys. And also, I'm still trying to get these watch hours up, y'all. 3,000. Go check out these playlists. Go check out the videos if you can. It's the hardest working blurred on YouTube, guys. And I'm out, legends.